Hi guys! Okay, so today I'm going to go over with you 315 to 332 and 466 to 476, the two parts that we had not gone over together. So, yeah, this way you can check yourself. Okay, so I love book 6. I was talking with Lauren about this afternoon because there's like three very distinct parts. There is Charon, right? There is Dido, and there is Dad and Anchises. So this is doing the part with Charon. So, let's see. Oh, this is not where I'm supposed to be. So sorry. Let's go back. Oh, really far back here. Okay. But the sad boatman accepts now these, now those, but he forbids others, having been removed far from the sands. Aeneas, having marveled for, and having been moved, oh God, I'm dying, by the crowd, said, "Say or tell me, O Virgin, what does the crowd at the river want? Or what do the souls seek? Or with what choice or what discrimination do these leave the shores? Those dark waters they sweep with the oars." Thus briefly the old priestess spoke or said to that one, "Having been born from Anchises, most certain offspring of the gods, you see the stagnant deep of Cocytus and the Stygian marsh. The gods, of which the gods fear to swear, and the divinities to deceive. All this which you discern or which you see is a needy and unburied crowd. That, understood, is the boatman Charon. These which the wave carries are buried. Nor is it given to transport the horrible shores and the sounding stream, before which the bones are quiet in their seats. They wander 100 years, and they fly around this shore. Then at last, having been admitted, they revisit the hoped-for marsh. Or desired marsh, you could say for this. And sprung from Anchises, right? That means Aeneas, stood, and he pressed his step, thinking much, and having pitied the hostile lot in his mind. Okay, so, excuse me, really quickly, in this slide, what they're talking about is, this is why it's really important for there to be a full burial, because if you are unburied, you cannot cross into the underworld for 100 years. So even just the act of throwing a little bit of dirt on someone buries them, and that way they're able to cross into the underworld. But if not, they just kind of flit around, and it's really kind of pathetic. Okay, next I'm going to go on to 466. Okay, so the Dido episode. Aeneas was softening the burning mind and the harsh gazing with such words, and he was arousing tears. That one opposite, right, was holding her eyes fixed on the ground. Make sure you know that this is on the ground. It's not alone. no more is she moved with her face, with the conversation having been begun. So she doesn't change her expression at all. Than if she stood as harsh flint or Marpessian rocks. Both of these rocks are known for being especially strong. At last, she stole herself or took herself, and she, unfriendly, fled back into the shadowy grove, where her former husband responded to that one, and equals her cares. Responded to those cares, and Zacchaeus equals her love. So let me go over that one more time. At last she stole herself, and unfriendly she flees into the shadowy grove, where her former husband responded to those cares, and Zacchaeus equals the love. Remember how Zacchaeus was killed? By Pygmalion. A lot of you missed that on the questions, and we talked about it in class, so you need to know that. You need to know all the backstories. Aeneas, no less struck by an unequal disaster or misfortune, unjust misfortune, if you will, follows. So he doesn't follow. With tears from afar, and he pities the one going. Okay? So if there's anything that you feel like you don't understand as far as the passages go, just try to work through it. Double check yourself on poetry and translation underneath the helpful links on my website. Okay, also be reminded that on Tuesday you have a vocab quiz. Okay, bye guys.